welcome back to Tropical Glitz. So on this episode, we're going to be talking about cleaning your spray gun and the different tools we offer here at Tropical Glitz. We're going to be talking about the details of how to properly clean your spray gun and make sure you get everything that's in your paint gun completely clean for the next project. So stay tuned.
Maiden day, baby. Ooh-wee.
So one thing that's so important that a lot of painters kind of, I would say, take for advantage is properly cleaning your spray gun, because the last thing you want to do is if you're painting a project and let's say you painted a project before that was a metallic paint job and now you're going to paint a project that's white or black and now you have little pieces of metallic because your previous paint job was still left behind, you just kind of ruin your project, and that really sucks when you have contamination. Or a great example is if you're spraying candy and you have pearls left over or anything, and you just run a risk of redoing the whole job or just losing the quality. So one thing that we have here, we have a great kit. This is a 18-piece cleaning kit that we offer on our website. It has everything you need to clean your spray gun and all the brushes, all the picks and everything. And then on top of that, we offer this great spray gun cleaner. Every time you spray this, this has 12 PSI of the force coming out of it. And this is solvent resistant, and it has an adjustable tip so you can adjust it from a fan to a stream. So here we're gonna have an example. We have a W400 Iwata, and we're gonna completely break down the gun, go through the motions of cleaning the spray gun and making sure you get everything out of it. So stay tuned. So one thing you guys always wanna make sure is that you have protective personal equipment. I'm wearing gloves. So in this demonstration, this is gonna be what's in this sprayer that we also offer on our website's water. So we did this on purpose because this is a brand new gun. But we wanna show you the proper ways of breaking down the gun, cleaning it, and the things to do and not to do. So here in this one, we're gonna be using our spray gun cleaning kit. I'm gonna open this up, give you an idea of what comes on this gun set. Here's a great breakdown of what comes in our 21-piece set. So this is in our 21-piece set spray gun cleaning kit. You get everything here. You get all the little files for your horns, you get your detail brush, you get a scriber and a pick. So it's cool. This has a nice flat point, beveled edges so you don't scratch up, but this still has it to dig in. And your brushes, and they're all solvent resistant. You have your nylon and your synthetic mixed nylon. So in this demonstration, we're gonna get the gun. So first thing you wanna do is come to the gun, get a napkin, clean the inside of the gun. You want to clean up all the excessive paint from the inside of the gun. So in this scenario, we have a gun with a cup. I personally don't use these types of style cups. I use D cups. You can be using a PPS cup. Everybody has a different disposable cup system. So here we're going to come, spray around, and then we're going to clean out the gun. And we just want to do it a couple times to flush it out. What I love about this sprayer, I'm gonna highlight this too so you guys can see. This sprayer does, this is water. Now remember, this sprayer does a mist, but it also does, if you close it, a stream. Every time you pump this, you get 12 PSI. And this is from what's stated from the manufacturer. We import this from Japan, so it's phenomenal. We have this on our website too. So we clean the gun, we spray the lacquer thinner in it or whatever thinner you're using. We're gonna unscrew the gun. And now I'm gonna put this in here real tight, pull my trigger, and notice how I'm flushing as much as possible out. Come in here, try to get as much as you can and clean out the neck of your gun. So one of the next steps is carefully unscrew your air cap. So all spray guns have the same thing. These are your horns. This is what we call horns. And then you have your air horns. These are the little holes. Every gun might have 2, 3, 4, all depends. So say hypothetically you have paint buildup in here. You get these little files. They have, if you notice, these have a very groove to it. If you notice, these have little grooves to it. It's not an aggressive file, but it's enough for you to clean up the debris. So in here, you want to make sure you push in any debris you have. You don't want to start moving it around. You don't want to start going like this because you're going to actually damage the size of the hole. You want this to stay round. You don't want an oval. If you damage these horns or any of these holes on your air cap, that's going to completely change your spray pattern and you're going to ruin how the spray gun is designed to spray. So we're going to clean these out. You have these nice little files to also get into these small horns. Here these air valves, clean it. Just like you see here, I went right through it and it lets me file it. So one thing I see a lot of painters do, they actually soak these things overnight. You don't want to do that. You have plastic rings, nylon rings, and you're gonna damage the gun. So on this, we're gonna come in here and we're gonna spray. We're gonna come and use this brush that's helped you design, and you're gonna rub around and try to get everything. You wanna get all this in here, because here's where air circulates through and it comes out of the horn, but here's where your fluid comes out. You wanna clean that out as good as possible. And then from the outside, start cleaning your brush. And then once this is thoroughly clean and you don't see any more paint residue, you wanna move on to the gun and put this to the side. So here we have the Iwata. Now on this, I see guys, they try to take off the fluid tip. This is the fluid tip here, but they still leave the needle in and they don't depress the needle. So I've been painting forever, and this is the thing I do. I pull my needle back. I don't want to damage my needle at any point. So it's either pull the needle back or completely remove the needle. So in this demonstration, I'm gonna put the needle back, put on the wrench, and I'll put this against the table. I'll put this on the edge of the table and spin it. You want to be very careful when you take this off. You don't want to nick your edges or crush this, because that also will damage the spray pattern. Here's the needle. We're going to take out the needle. Same thing, we're going to spray this down. You want to spray this down and clean it with a nice rag. You want to make sure this is completely clean. Now for the fluid tip, same thing, we're gonna spray thinner in here. We're gonna spray all around, and then we're gonna come in here and clean the inside of it. Make sure you have all the paint cleaned up from the inside, and you want to make sure you brush all the way around. Now if you're not great at maintenance and you notice that you have a lot of buildup, and this happens too, on these little horns on the inside, you get paint buildup. This is what these are designed for. This is for you to come in here and go right in here and clear it out. It's not gonna go all the way through, because like for this gun, the Iwatas have a baffle that stops it, but you wanna get all that out. If you have a lot of paint buildup or caked, you wanna come, you can also scribe in here, clean this up. And then once everything's done and you have your gun completely clean, then we also offer on our website an oil. This gun comes with an oil, but we also offer a bottle of oil-free lubricant designed just for spray guns. And now we're gonna reassemble the gun. So now we're gonna come back, put on your fluid tip, make sure you tighten it. You don't wanna torque this down. You just want a nice little hand tight, and then give it a little snug. Because if you leave this kind of loose, you're gonna have an issue. I'm gonna put the air cap back on as quickly as possible, because I wanna protect my fluid tip. If I hit that fluid tip, I damaged it, and then the needle is not gonna sit properly and we're gonna leak paint. Put this back in here. Put my spring for my fluid adjustment, turn this back on, and then we're gonna put the cup back together. And then at this point, once I have all my internals that are the most important thing cleaned in the spray gun, then that's when I actually spray the whole gun down with thinner, run my brush, clean everything, and make sure I have all the overspray that accumulates. Because sometimes, no matter what, when you're painting a vehicle or a project or whatever, you're gonna get overspray, because it's gonna bounce right off the project and hit you. So no matter what, you're always gonna get overspray on a project, because as you're spraying, you're gonna have paint bounce right back off the surface and hit the gun. So you wanna make sure you clean your gun, get all the overspray and all the gunk on the back of the gun, and make sure your gun is completely cleaned and ready for the next project, because this is how you can ruin a paint job: poor maintenance. And making sure that you take care of your gun. This is what makes you money. This is what keeps us employed, because without these tools, we can't really paint what we wanna paint. So guys, you saw us take the gun apart, clean it, break it all down. If you guys love what you see here, like, subscribe, and follow. Leave a comment if you have questions. Give us ideas of what else you want us to teach you and offer to you on YouTube. Now, if you like everything else you see, don't forget to follow our other social media pages. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, you name it, and check us out. If you need any more information, check out our website, www.tropicalglitz.net. Thanks again. Till the next episode.